Welcome to TechO.com. I'm TechO. Now, I wanted to talk about teams. Teams are not made up of friendly people. They're not even made up of friends often. They might be friendly, but teams really comprise of colleagues who interact or collaborate together to get to higher goals, to get to more than individual goals. Now, it's not just that they work well together, but they learn to do the right things at the right time. Knowing what to do and when to do comes from empowerment. If an empowered team feels that they're able to make decisions, then they do things at the right time. So how do you create an empowering team culture in your business? I have 5 ways for you to look at. Number 1, you must know who is in your team and what matters to them. Effective leaders know people's identities. Sure, they must have common visions, they must have common values, and certainly they have to subscribe to common goals. But there's more than that. You must know when to support someone and when to give them some space and some independence to work things through. Now, you can easily find out these things by talking to people, or you can conduct a more anonymous survey so people don't feel they're on the spot. Ask questions like, do you feel safe to speak out? How do you think you can effectively collaborate better? Questions like that elicit answers that show you what people are thinking. Number 2, I think, is to be genuine as a leader. Effective leaders genuinely treat people as people. People are not human resources. There's a tag I hear a lot these days that comes down from business schools and applies to small and large organizations: human capital. I absolutely hate that tag because it sounds like you're converting people into dollar memes. People are people. You need to foster diversity because diversity brings difference of opinion and difference of thought and different ideas from which you can build. However, at the same time, you have to address behaviors and call out poor behavior if it doesn't contribute to the team. You need to walk the talk. That's the most important thing. Way number 3 to create empowerment in your team: don't leave communications to technology. I know you're busy, and I know it's easy to fire off an email or to put something on your company intranet. Now, there's nothing wrong with email unless that is your only way of communication. Many studies have shown that face-to-face communication is the most effective. It certainly avoids all kinds of assumptions, but surely they've read my email and understood it, that long email, or surely they saw that thing on the website that I put up that they need to follow. Some people do, some people don't. You need to be formally cognizant of the ability to see people face to face and understand them and have them understand you. Schedule that one-to-one time. Item number 4, set expectations. People like to work to goals, but they like to work to goals that they understand. So make sure that you break down the goals and tell them what is their responsibility. One of the best ways of doing this is to create formal job descriptions. Make sure you're actually writing out their roles and their responsibilities and what's expected of them. If you have goals, if you have corporate goals, then you quantify them. Make sure that there are quantifiable elements in it that they can work to, and make sure you cascade those goals down to the individual. Not everybody can increase sales by 20%, but what you can say is your job is to find 1 new customer, just 1. Your job, because you're better at it, is to find me 2 new customers worth $10,000 each. That breaks it down to an individual level they understand. Empowerment method number 5 is to celebrate learning opportunities. These are what people call mistakes. Make it your rule in your team that you do not make mistakes, you create learning opportunities. And then you have to live within that rule. So what you do is, if somebody does make a mistake, make sure that they're supported and say, no, I understand, but let's not make it a mistake. Let's make it a learning opportunity. What should you have done? What do we do next? Let's talk about that. And what you want to do is recognize that failure fast and get rid of it. Turn it around into something positive. At the same time, allow decision making according to the roles and responsibilities you've given them when you set your expectations, and make sure they are learning on how to improve. Now, effective teams create productivity because they work well together. They don't have to be micromanaged. Effective teams who are empowered create a great deal of efficiency. It certainly takes time off you because they already know what to do and when to do it, and you don't have to prompt them. Now, if you want to know more, get across to the website techo.com and subscribe to the weekly newsletter where you get these great tips and free tools in order to apply in your business. And while you're there, take a look at the courses and see if there might be an online course that I provide that might be of benefit to you. I'll see you over there.